This is Calvin Castine. We're at Northeastern Clinton Central School. It's the 4th day of December 1998, and we're here for non-league girls basketball. The Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars today being visited by BFA Bellows Free Academy from St. Albans, Vermont. The teams have warmed up, and Carolyn Glode's about to read the lineups.
We remind you that inter-school activities. Introduce the comments. Number 10, Caitlin Horrigan.
Number 10, Caitlin Horrigan. Sarah Mayo, number 11.
Number 13, Nicole Horrigan.
Nicole Horrigan.
Number 15,
Rachel Gadwa, number 15. Danielle Monahan, number 23. Christine St. Peter, number 30. Jessica Corrigan, number 31. Now for the starters. Shelley West, number 25. Kelly Schroffendorfer. Keely Kunis, 22. Erin Dan Pratt, 14. And Mary Rose Goddard, number 20. Those are your BFA comments. Now for the Cougars.
Number 13, Tara Dragoon.
Tara Dragoon.
Number 14,
Erin McDonald. Ashley Burks. Lisa Robert. Amanda Clark. Haley Lesserow. Now the starters, Ashley Walter. Nicole Tardif, number 11. Debbie Trombley, number 23. Miranda Paris, number 25. And Danielle Castine, number 22. Coach is Andy Landry. Officials are Poppy Rock and Steve Chris. And now we have the honor of Carolyn Glode on the national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bumpers singing air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Opening game of the season for the Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars. This is a non-league game. We're doing this under protest. Well, we're going to move the equipment off underneath the area over there. Carolyn took off and left her PA system. Doing this under protest. I don't know why, but somehow the coaching staff here scheduled this game when the Cougar boys are playing the Bobcats in the Bobcat tip-off tournament. I think it's unfortunate that they scheduled it at this time. There's a lot of other days they could have done it this week. No need to put the girls' game when the boys are playing a big game against our neighboring school. Our neighboring school is having that tournament to raise a little money, and Cougar fans ought to be there. Thanks to Bill Chase, however, we're going to have coverage of that game. Jump ball goes to the Comets. Knocked loose by Trombley. Walter will stop. Gives it to Castine. Castine shoots, and off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Walter. Walter out to Tardif. Tardif puts it up from 14 feet, and the Cougars are on the scoreboard. It's 2-0 Northeastern. BFA and the Cougars, always a good matchup. One of the good schools out of Vermont against one of the consistently good schools in the northern part of New York State. Got a long two-pointer by Kunis. It's a 2-2 ball game. Walter will bring it down over to Tardif. Castine to Walter. Paris, offensive foul called. Long pass. And knocked out off Castine. She was chasing Bedard. This is Schreindorfer. Number 12, Schreindorfer will inbound it into West. Castine down. West spins. And West puts it up. Walter with the rebound. Walter carries it all the way and puts it in. It's a 4-2 Cougar lead. West brings it down. West behind the back. Castine tips it. Walter hits the dirt. Shot is up, air ball. Foul on Paris, that's her second foul. And Amanda Clark. Amanda Clark's going to be a valuable person on this Cougar team because that's their main asset off the bench, helping out underneath when Paris or Trombley get in foul trouble. Not the only one, but the main one. So Cousin Amanda gets called in early today. We got 1:47 gone in the game, and Paris has already picked up her second foul. 4-3 as Kunis hits. Whoop, intended for Walter. She was heading the other way, and West sinks it. And we have the foul. I don't get no respect. I think that's what he was saying. Castine to Trombley. Back outside. Clark quickly to Castine. Out of Walter. Walter drives and lays it in. Nice move by Ashley Walter. 6-5. No call. And the Comets throw it away. Cougar ball. Walter dribbles through, dishes off to Trombley, back to Castine, over to Tardif. Traveling. Green ball, long pass. Long three-pointer, it's good, wow, West. That's Shelly West, not Missy West, but she looked like Missy West from Malone on that one. Castine's shot is blocked. Rejected by Dan Pratt. (8-6). Comets lead. Cougars moving the ball. Last touch by Tremblay, long pass. Three-pointer is good by West. I think the Cougars are going to have to go man-to-man. That's an 11-6 lead for the Comets. Tarta. And a foul is on West. And with that, Andy Landry calls a timeout. His team is down by 5. 4.5 to go in the first period. Nicole Tardif at the line. She'll shoot 2. She's from Isle of Mont, Vermont. I think BFA is one of these school choices that they have over there. Isle of Mont is tried to, I don't know if they were successful. Castine knocks it out. They passed some kind of a resolution a while back to make Northeastern their official high school over there. But I think the kids still have a choice of Northeastern Clinton over here in New York State, or even Chazy. I know there are some Vermonters in Chazy, along with Missisquoi Valley and Swanton, or BFA in St. Albans, and maybe even Burlington. Offensive, no, blocking foul. That basket there was by Dan Pratt earlier. Castine inbounds to Walter. Now Tremblay. And Tardif is down for the count. Ball will go to BFA. Dan Pratt traveled. Just under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. No, foul. Ashley Walter will shoot 2. Kunis back in, replacing Bedard. Walter misses them both. Kunis rebounds. And it's thrown away by Sarah Mayo. Castine inbounds to Tardif. Let's see, except for Tremblay, I'm old enough that I remember the days before the merger. Every once in a while I like to look out there and see if there was no merger, what school we'd be looking at. Castine misses everything. But I see 4 former St. Mary's players, so Tremblay's from Morris. So 4 of them out there would be on the St. Mary's team if there was still a St. Mary's school. So that'd be a pretty good small school if St. Mary's was still operating. Walter to Castine to Tardif. Tardif fakes. Bounces it to Tremblay. Cougars moving it around. Tremblay shot is short, rebounded and stolen by Walter. Needs help. It's it behind the basket. The old behind the basket shot. 13-8 to score. Let's see, I also see 2 others on the bench that would be on that St. Mary's team. That'd be Desero and Burtz. For Alan Carden and the coaches at St. Mary's should be interested in these games. They've helped produce some of the players. Moving pick, I believe. Let's see. Yep, moving pick on Castine. Now Dragoon in. 2:43 remaining in the quarter. 13-8 to score. Dragoon to Walter. to the Clark. Traveling gives it back to the Comets. Trombley to Walter. To Tardif. It's short. Here comes West. Clark's there. Big burst of speed from Amanda Clark. Traveling gives it back to the Cougars. Tardif will inbound. Clark, back to Tardif. Tardif will inbound it. Now we have Castine and Bertson. Apparently the ball was off Walter. 1:05 to go in the quarter. Bert for the steal. West steals it back. Walter with a block. Jump ball. 42.3 seconds to go in the quarter. 18 on the shot clock. Foul. Castine picks up her second foul. Tardif will come in. Nope. Desero will come in for her. And the second one is missed. Rebounded Tremblay to Walter. And Poppy Rock calls another foul on the Cougars. Just wanted to do that in case Don Sears is watching. Let's roll shot. That's it. 6-point lead for BFA. The end of one, 14-8. Comets leading the Cougars. Paris and Castine in foul trouble on the bench as we start the second quarter. Falls into Walter. Over to Burks. Green ball. It's a good way for the Cougars to start the year. Against a tough team, a non-league game. Travel. They are, I would guess, probably the favorite, I'm sure one of the favorites, if not the favorite, to take Division 1. Division 2, Sable Valley would be the favorite there. Second offensive foul. Foul's on Clark. Still 14-8. And right now, I would say that All Sable Valley would be the Las Vegas pick. If we were making a bet here, All Sable Valley would be the choice for the Class C title at this point. Basket there by Christine St. Peter. Here's Clark at the other end, and she answers. It's 16-10. Of course, last year the Cougars were underdogs against Peru in the CBAC title race. They ended up defeating them 3 times, including the last 2 games of the CBAC season. That's why you do it on the floor, not on paper. Unless, of course, you're talking about your pet dog, but otherwise, comes to sports, you do it out on the field. On paper, it doesn't mean a thing once the whistle blows and the game starts. Desereau is back in for the Cougars. Scheindorfer with a foul, her first. Team 6, both teams have 6 fouls. So, the 1-1 from here on in. 5:56 to go in the half. Cardiff to Burtz. Desereau to Clark. It's a double dribble there by Tida. Castine is coming back in. Paris still on the bench. I don't know why. Paris with 2 fouls. Castine with 2 fouls. Paris has sat since picking up that second foul. West guarded closely by Desereau. Now West for 3, looking for a third. No, not this time. Fouls on Clark. Nothing subtle about that one. Scheindorfer will shoot 2. And now Paris gets up. She'll come back in along with Walter. With Clark picking up her second foul, I guess Coach Landry figured might as well put Paris back in. 16-10 is the score. Now 17. Dan Pratt back in for the Comets. 7-point lead, BFA. Walter down the middle. Didn't see what happened. Blocked on the drive. She got knocked off her feet. Had 2 players open on the left, however. Walter misses the first. Appears to be okay. And the second shot is up and a short. Comets rebound. That was 31. Corrigan with the rebound. Zone defense. Foul will be on Walter. West will shoot 2. Nine-point lead, 19-10 now. Just under 5 to go in the half. Walter to Perez. 15-footer is good. And Miranda Perez off the bench, puts in a deuce, and it's 19-12. 4:42 on the clock. Dan Pratt back to West, back to Dan Pratt. Tries to lob it underneath. It's off Green, off the fingers of St. Peter. Cardiff cross court to Castine. She drives. Left-handed shot is in and out. Green fighting amongst themselves. It'll be white ball, 4:17 on the clock. First shot is blocked. There's a long pass. Short, follow. Jump ball. West, too strong. Hit the lip, the rubber lip in the bottom of the backboard and bounce long. Cougar fans looking for an offensive foul. Castine gets the rebound. Walter back to Castine from 17 feet off the rim. Stolen by Tarda. Should have the easy layup. All alone. Goes in the front. No. Do not attempt that at home, kids. Use the side of the basket. Don't go for a layup over the top of the basket. Use the side, use the backboard. Jump ball. And we have a green timeout. 19-14 the score, 3:03 to go. St. Albans timeout. Danielle Castine, proud owner of brand new knee pads, inbounds the ball. He's one of those players who's on the floor a lot, and her knees were kind of raw. So it's a wise investment. There's a few others on this Cougar team that are on that floor a lot and probably could benefit from a pair of knee pads. This is Debbie Trombley. Oregon back in, number 13 for the Comets. Trombley buries that one. It's a 4-point ball game. Long pass. And Harrison's up with it. Look out, look out. Oh. Steve Chris gives Danielle Castine the foul. That's one of those balls that are up for grabs. And can't see how they can give anybody a foul on that. Especially the team that had the ball. I think that's the first whistle that Steve Chris has blown. He hasn't called too many of the fouls tonight. Katie Horgan can put their team back up by 6. Castine with a third foul is on the bench. Rebounded Trombley. Now Burtz. Harris off the back of the rim. Carter, left-handed. 2017. Oregon to West. Out to the other Oregon. Cougar fans looking for a travel. Basket by Corrigan. Or a Corrigan is a Corrigan and 2 Horrigans. And this is West. No, this is Corrigan. A Horrigan here. I'll get it yet. That travel. Minute 41 to go. Walter to Trombley. Trombley puts it to the floor. Drives off the glass. Too strong. West comes out with it. Up for Horrigan. Bounce pass to the other Oregon. Cougar ball. Tremblay has it blocked, sticks with it. A strong move by Debbie Tremblay. It's a 3-point ball game, 22-19. Oregon bounce pass to 14, Dan Pratt, and have a foul on, nope, not a foul, I guess it's on a line or travel or something. I didn't pay much attention if that was a foul. Tremblay a little too strong. Oregon comes up with it. Dan Pratt with the ball to West. Up for Corrigan, off her fingers. Tremblay got a hand on it. Corrigan should have let it go. 38.9 left in the half. Northeastern down by a tray. Nice feed, Burtz to Tremblay, won't fall. I'd like to remind those viewers who are not supporting Hometown Cable or haven't done it recently, we need everybody's support. We've got families out here we've taped forever and they just have never supported us. So if you're one of them and you get cable, why not support us? This one will count. A big basket there, and that's the end of the quarter, end of the half. And it goes from a 3-point lead to a 7-point difference in a matter of about 10 seconds. So 26-19 is the halftime score. BFA St. Albans leading NCCS Northeastern. BFA has a 7-point lead in the basketball to start the third quarter. Over the back, Colin Tremblay. The Comet ball, number 12, Scheindorfer inbounding it. And do it again. Blocked from behind by Walter. 11 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Tremblay. Now to Burtz. Tremblay. Paris rebounds to Walter. Thrown away. A little too much there in that one. But it's not quite that quick. West is fouled by Walter. Ashley Walter has her third foul, so Danielle Castine, who has 3 fouls, will come in for her. Shooting 2 on that one? Holy cow, that was a blocking foul. West will get the second shot. I'm very surprised that was a shooting foul. 9-point lead now, 28-19. Paris rebounded by Burtz. Burtz puts it back short. Out to Castine. Castine out to Tardif. Tardif to Paris. to Paris. 28-21. Nice soft touch. Down Paris. Travel. Burks. Underneath for Tremblay. Tremblay reverse. A no-look basket. 28-23. Off Burks. And we have a BFA timeout. With 5:47 to go in the third. His team leads back to 5. West rebounded. Nice block, but a push call. Mary Rose Bedard at the line. It's the second. 6-point lead. BFA. Chastain to Paris. Cardiff. Taken away by Dan Pratt. Off the rim. Travel. Stood up with the ball. Number 15, Rachel Gadwa in for St. Albans. 5:08 to go in the third. Tremblay, nice look. Nice pass to Paris. Maybe Tremblay looked like she was going to try to dribble through 3. Chastain to be careful about her 4th foul here. Looked like Tremblay was going to try to dribble through 3, but as soon as the defense got to her, she found Paris wide open. Double dribble called. I think Brock said I should have called a foul on that, and I didn't. So how am I going to get that ball back to BFA? Well, double dribble. West, short. Blocked by Tremblay. Tardif. Good Tardif on the run. Tremblay tries to save it. Foul call on Chastain. That's 4. One thing you're not allowed to do is hand check. Now, there's no hand checking, so I think if your hand is on the opponent in any type of motion that looks like a hand check, it can be called. So it's going to take some adjustment. That's row forces the turnover. Cougars down by 4, 29-25. They'd battled back from this 7-point deficit that started the quarter. Burks. That's for Burks. It's at 29-27. West falls into Burks. It could have been a foul there. Blocked by Paris. Burks throws it, but Dan Pratt's there. Up to West and foul on Tremblay. Basket will count. Tremblay's third, 15 foul of the half. St. Albans is yet to be called for a foul. 32-27, 3:07 to go in the third. BFA wanted to travel on that one. Burks knocks it loose, it'll be green ball. Paris will have to be careful there. She'll want to pick up her fourth. Or she still have two. She might still have two. I think it's only Walter with 3 and Castine with 4 right now. Basket will count. Holy cow, West just threw that toward the basket and it counted. Bert's first foul. West makes it a 3-point play. And Castine's coming back in with 4 fouls on her. So Landry figures, well, she's sitting on the bench with 5 fouls or sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. Might as well put her on the floor. Let her play as long as she can. Castine with a long shot off the rim. Tardif with the ball. To Perez, quick shot. Burts takes a shot. Walter and Tremblay replace Burts and Clark. 2:02 to go in the third. Castine will inbound. Oh, right to Gadwa. Gadwa's on the other team. Castine got a hand on it. Walter is knocked down. Is there a foul? Nope. White ball. Tardif tries to get it to Tremblay. White ball. 13 on the shot clock. Into Tremblay, off the glass, nope. Rebounded Tardif, jump ball. 35-27. Into Walter, now Perez. She's fouled. With 1:06. We're waiting, where is it? There it is, the first foul of the half with 1:06 to go in the third. First foul called on St. Albans. Perez hits the first. And we got number 30, St. Peter in. St. Peter is in the ball game. Ball comes to Perez. Intended for Castine. Walter didn't see her there. Castine with a long shot, banks it in. She'll take the 3-pointer, but I don't think she was looking to bank that one in. I think a little bit of luck on that one. So be careful about that 5th foul. Castine with the steal. That's what she did the knee pads for. 14 on the shot clock. Offensive foul. Called on Keely Kunis. Elbow given that time. Now on the perimeter. Common mistake. Girls basketball trying to force that ball into the paint. There's nothing but defensive shirts. Trombley knocks it loose. Paris has it. 2 seconds. The coach takes a shot. With 1.1 on the clock. So Walter, what you doing? Looked like she was trying to pass it back to Castine. Apparently she wasn't aware of just how little time there was. That was just a touch and shoot type of situation. 4-point ball game. Cougars have battled back again. They're down by 4, 35-31 with 8 minutes to go. (35-31). Fourth quarter is underway here on Hometown Cable at Northeastern. Looks like they're playing a, not sure what they're doing here. Looks like they're shadowing West, wherever she is. Otherwise it's kind of some kind of a zone. The zone in West, I guess. And number 10, Caitlin Horrigan, makes it a 6-point lead for BFA. To Walter, short. Castine to Tardif, back to Castine. Throws it in left-handed. 37-33. Under 7 minutes to go. 4-point ball game. West from way outside, air ball. Castine to give it back to Walter. Tardif decided to throw it to Perez just as Perez decided to break to the basket. Tardif with a steal. Where's she going? And off Castine's hands.
That's a long shot, girl. Careful, careful.
Tardif. Castine, count it. Tardif got the steal. Castine gets the points. It's a 37-35 game. Gets the bounce. (37-36) steal. Tardif to Walter. Walter drives, count it. Ashley Walter puts the Cougars up. Looks like a BFA timeout. 38-37, Cougars lead. Tardif with 2 steals. And 1 3-point play, another one coming up is a possibility. Cougars could take a 2-point lead when Walter steps to the line. That's Donald Musek, along with Donna Dragoon and Amanda Mandy Dubuque, and some kid from St. Albans at the scoring table. Everybody's where they want to be. 38-37. 6:08 on the clock. Walter's shot is up, and it's a 2-point lead for the Cougars. West with the ball. Puts it to the floor. Tardif comes up with it again. Called for carrying the ball. Andy Landry says, yep. He agrees. So the ball will go back to BFA. Into West. Foul trouble. The Cougars weren't in foul trouble right now. I'd be betting on them, but a couple players foul out. The ball just, oops, fell into Tardif's hands again and just threw it away. No shot. Travel. West trying to draw the foul, I think. 5.5 to go in the ball game. Castine will inbound it to Walter. To Perez from the side, yes, Miranda Perez. That's her spot. 41-37. Cougars shouldn't be worrying about stopping them in the backcourt. They don't want to pick up fouls in the backcourt. Rebound Tremblay. Walter has it. Just under 5 minutes to go in the game. Tardif. Walter quickly to Castine. Tardif, yes. Nicole Tardif. Walter. Gonna take it all away. She does. Nice job of changing gears. Castine with a steal. Left-handed shot is no good. Gets her own rebound and puts it in. Just in case you haven't checked that score lately, Cougars are up by 10 all of a sudden. 47-37, 4:15 to go. A lot of time remaining here. So BFA is certainly not out of this ball game yet. 47-37. But a timeout can often turn things around. Takes the momentum away from one team, and all of a sudden it's a different ball game when you come back from the teal. West brings it up. Oh, gets away with a high dribble. Dan Pratt. Back to West. Giving them knee pads a workout. Into Walter. Perez drives in traffic, hits again. Miranda Perez keeps the string going. Cougars haven't missed, well, except for getting their own offensive rebound off a miss. So it's been a while since they've missed and not put it in. Rebounded by Tremblay, gives it to Walter. 12-point lead, Cougars up to Tardif. Tardif drives into 4 St. Albans players. What's the call going to be? And Tardif is hurt. She says, I want to shoot my foul shots though, coach. Tardif hurt, but not enough to not take her foul shots. I earned these. 3:19 remaining, still a lot of time in this ball game. Tardif misses them both. Tardif steals it back. She's got a bunch of steals tonight. And Tremblay is fouled. Cougars had 6 fouls before St. Albans had any. Now it's 6-5 in the score in the foul column. Castine, instead of shooting that, tried to bounce it to Tremblay. Cougars get a break as they pick up the loose ball. Dan Pratt brings it down. West from way outside, hit 3. A couple of those get you back in the game in a hurry. 2:45 to go. Walter slices through the defense, carries it, and it could go either way. Let's see what's going to be called. There's a situation there where Corrigan picked up the foul. If she'd just kept her ground without reaching, I think she would have got the offensive foul called on Walter. But as soon as she makes that move, and she opens herself up for a foul. So somebody coming in on you like that, if you feel there's going to be contact, you're better to hold your ground than to reach for the ball. Walter's second shot is up and short, rebounded by Tardif. Now Perez with a hot hand, it's short. West brings it up. Castine picks up her 5th. She's been a big factor in this comeback. She's got 10 points all here in the 4th quarter, and she just fouled out. 49-40 is the score. 2:33 to go in the ball game. Burt's will come in for her. Following the timeout, West will shoot a 1-and-1. Both clubs with 7 fouls. West can make it a 7-point game. She does. 49-42. West will catch a breather. We have number 11, Sarah Mayo in. Number 20, Mary Rose Bedard. I think you're going to see a defensive team and an offensive team here for BFA. Jump ball. It's not where you want to inbound the ball. You don't want to hand it to somebody where they got only one direction. BFA with a platoon system. Offensive team, defensive team. Green ball. Dan Pratt will inbound it. Orange Sounds 4 players come in. We saw this same circus in the JV game. There's 4 ready to come in on the next one. Next change of possession. Cougars should look to take some time off here unless they get a good shot. Take some time, run that shot clock down. Walter will bring it out. 4 new players in again for BFA. Burt took her eye off the ball, looking for what she was going to do with it next, and ended up going off her hands. 7-point ball game. Tremblay with the foul, basket will count. Schreindorfer can make it a 4-point ball game. It's 49-44, 2:07 to go. Off green. Tardif will inbound. To Burks. Walter tries to get to Perez a kick. Green ball. 5-point game. 1:57 on the clock. Tardif looking for another steal. I guess a timeout was called to avoid the turnover. Green ball, minute 47. Travel. And 4 players come in for BFA. 1:42 to go. Into Walter. Cougars want BFA to take some time off, make them earn this shot. Don't want to foul him and stop the clock. 10 on the shot clock. Keely Kunis at the line. Second one's good. We got a rival cameraman here next to us. BFA team. Foul. Foul's on Caitlin Horrigan. 8th team foul. Walter shooting a 1-and-1. That puts the Cougars up by 4 with 1:05 on the clock. Shot is missed. Harris comes up with it. Cougars run some time off. Should be looking to spread out, get some time off the clock. Tardif drives, misses the shot. 52 seconds. Cougars didn't take much time off on that one. Cougars reverse the tables. They call a timeout on a potential turnover. 48.5 seconds to go. 4-point ball game. Paris with the ball. Walter stepped him up. No, a foul. 43.7 left. Not much time ticked off. Walter hits the first. Second shot is up and good. 6-point lead. Big foul shots there for Walter. Cougars should not be playing tight defense. You don't want to stop the clock. You want to force them to take an outside shot. Blocked by Paris. Ball goes off green. White ball. Thrown away. Nope. Yep. Green ball. 29 seconds. For 3. No. Paris comes up with it. Burtz for Tardif. 16.9 left in the game. Tardif shooting 2. Hits the second. 7-point lead. 53-46. Back up, Cougars. Don't stop the clock. 8 seconds. Long three-pointer off the back. Rebounded by Walter. 2 seconds. That's the ball game. They've come from behind. Victory for Northeastern Clinton. 53-46 is the finals. Is the final 7-point win. They defeat a very good BFA St. Albans team in non-league action to start their 1998-99 season, so that's the way it was. December 4th, Friday evening, at Northeastern Clinton Central School, just outside of beautiful downtown Champlain.